What's up, movie fans? This is Ryan, and I'm here today to review Oblivion, the latest film by Tom Cruise, which is currently in theaters. And let me say before I get started with the review that this will be spoiler-free. I'm not going to give away the ending. I'm not going to give away any major plot points. So feel free to keep listening without worrying about me ruining it for anybody. Okay? So let's move on with the review proper. I'm just going to come out and say right away, I really liked this movie. I was pleasantly surprised. I was expecting it to just kind of be, it was alright, but not great. And I thought it was great. I was very impressed. And so let's just start. The main character in the movie is Tom Cruise. He plays a guy named Jack, who is tasked with kind of cleaning up the remains of an Earth that has been shattered by this war between humans and this alien race that came to invade us for our resources. And I know, that's a plot point that's been done before, but it doesn't feel overused here. It's done in kind of a new way, and so I think you'll be able to forgive it, that one little complaint. And so anyway, Tom Cruise did a great job as the leading man. He was definitely the lead of this movie. Any other characters were kind of side characters, and he does a great job of carrying this movie on his shoulders, as he often does. Whenever I go to see a Tom Cruise movie, I just try to put my personal opinions about the guy with the crazy Scientology stuff, just put it aside and go enjoy the movie. And I recommend you do the same, because he's actually a really good leading man. Depending on what kind of movie he's in, but he's definitely at his best, I think, in these sci-fi or action movies, where he's just allowed to be a leading man and be a hero, and he's definitely that in this movie. And so yeah, he does a great job. There's three other kind of main characters in the film. They're still very, they're supporting roles, but the two female parts in the movie, one is played by an actress called Olga Kurilenko or something like that, and then the redhead is named Andrea Riseborough. And I hadn't really seen either of them in other stuff, or at least didn't recognize them from other stuff. But they do a good job. And then Morgan Freeman, of course, is the other heavy-hitting actor in this movie, and I feel he does a good job. I think maybe he could have given a little more emotionality to his performance to really sell it, but he does a good job. I just think this wasn't one of his best performances, which, a good performance by Morgan Freeman is better than most actors anyway, so that's not even an insult. So yeah, they all do a great job, and so the movie, like I said, is very entertaining, and the director of this movie is a guy named Joseph Kosinski, and if you haven't heard of him, I wouldn't blame you. The only other movie that that he's directed so far is Tron Legacy, and so for those of you who have seen that, you'll know that that movie looked really great visually, and this movie is no different. The visuals in this movie are spectacular. It looks beautiful. The cinematography is just right on. You really get the sense that this is an Earth that has been ravaged by this war, and really there's just nothing left, or hardly anything left of what used to be on Earth. And they do it in a way that I really appreciate, where they're not showing you like, oh look, there's the destroyed Eiffel Tower, or there's the destroyed White House, and stuff like that. It really annoys me in these post-apocalyptic movies. And so this movie doesn't do that. It actually does do it with one landmark that I'm not going to say, but it does it for like a split second. It doesn't focus on it, so I was glad about that. I did roll my eyes when it happened, but I'll forgive I'll forgive it for that. Didn't bother me too much past the part where I rolled my eyes. And so anyway, like I said, does a great job of painting this post-apocalyptic Earth that's been just completely destroyed. There's nothing left. I think that's why the movie is called Oblivion, because really, Earth as we know it is, has been blown into oblivion. And so, it looks great. The action is really well done. There's not too much action to where you feel you're being bombarded with it, but when it is there, it's very well done. It's very entertaining. I think he did a great job with it, the director. And, there is violence in it, but there's not a lot of blood and gore, so if that's a concern for you, if you want to bring your kids to this movie, I don't see any reason why not, unless you're just really, really averse to violence. But the other thing I really liked about this movie is it really takes its time to tell the story. It is 2 hours and 10 minutes long, something like that. And so it's longer than maybe some people would be willing to stand. But I really appreciate a movie, especially in this genre, science fiction / action, that just takes its time to tell the story and respects the intelligence of its audience enough to say, I can tell you a story without throwing an action sequence at you every 5 minutes. And I really like that this movie was able to do that. And so, like I said, really good, much better than I was expecting. And so, if you're going to be going to the movies in the next couple weeks and, maybe Iron Man 3 is sold out, this is definitely a good backup to have. And of course, if you want to go see this movie, go see it. If you're on the fence, it's really good. It's worth seeing. Definitely a good introduction to summer blockbuster season for me. And so go see it. I hope you enjoy the movie. And if you have seen the movie, let me know what you thought in the comments. Please try to keep it spoiler free, but yeah, let me know. Let's get a discussion started. And I hope you liked the review. I think that's all I have to say about Oblivion. I really liked it. Go see it. Enjoy it. I sure as hell did. And I will see you on the next review, everybody. Later.